with an opening statement.
Yeah, I think gritty day for us. Hats off to the season Jacksonville State and Stetson had. It's so cool to have really respected programs coming into your regional, and after every handshake, they just thought how great they were treated here, and they just really enjoy playing here. We enjoy playing them, and they've had great season. They're coached so well, so just really hats off to the season. It's always hard to go through the line and see seniors and tears, and but they give their all, and so hats off to both those programs, and really proud of our team. I think it starts these two right here, just bringing it every pitch and just being about it. And today's it's a tough day, but you know what you got to do. And now the tougher day comes in to the rest of the team tomorrow. That's got a little bit of an advantage for the fact that we got to beat them twice, but we're ready for the 14 innings and bringing it tomorrow.
Questions?
Can you just talk about Ash's performance today, especially in that second game?
Yeah, I mean, it's what she's wanted. So I think we've been talking all along about, I think both these guys at the end of the season last year, you get to this point in the season, and when you do play your last game of the season, you really got to debrief it and be like, okay, man, what could we have done better for this time of the year? And then you start in September with that mindset. And so I think Ash was like, man, I need to be in the best shape I can possibly be in so I can go in and out of the circle. I can hit, I can do the things that I want to do to contribute to the team. And Issa was like, I want to be better shape so I can be durable all season and then lead with joy and not get so frustrated and be so hard on myself, because she gets really hard on herself at times. And so I think the two of them, having different ways of getting super consistent has helped our team become super successful at this point. But yeah, Ash has worked really hard on elevating the ball and, going for power and, being able to run in, throw some pitches and then be able to come into a game, but have the right mindset. That's huge, when you're closing a game like that. So, and then the other defense, I can hear Issa in her hip pocket talking the whole time. So it's a very connected part. So yeah, proud of them, but also it's exactly what they wanted. And I think that's what's filling as a coach, is to know what they asked for at the end of the year to now that we're getting it at this point.
Issa, I'm sure yesterday was kind of a shock. You guys don't usually lose the first game of a regional. The response today, how important, how cool was that just to see the way you guys responded in 2 elimination games?
Yeah, just super proud of us. I think yesterday we were in the locker room and we're just like, it's that time of the season where you win or you go home. And so all that mattered today was our response, and it kind of started with me. And I said that after our coaches left our locker room yesterday, I got to set the tone better. And I came out here today and kind of did that exactly. And they just followed in my footsteps. So I think it's one to respond, but it's one to, lead, and then they follow. And I think that's exactly what our team has done, starting with me and Ashton at the top as upperclassmen. We just wanted to set the tone, and we wanted to respond in the way that we knew that we could. So just super proud of our team for coming out and competing, but the job's not finished, so we'll see it tomorrow.
Coach, you said yesterday one big thing, you have to play with your hair on fire today. Mm-hmm. What did you see from your team today that made it seem like they were playing with their hair on fire?
Yeah, we had a lot of balls at people yesterday, and I think that a lot of 199 down the line instead of 201 over the fence, and but instead of maybe losing a little frustration in that, they kept getting after swings. So we had that same today. We had a couple 199s again, but then people no, there's more in us and we can get more. And so you could hear it in the dugout, and just good swings, on a line, getting after good swings and good pitches and executing pitches. So the intent for that, we just need to level up a little bit more, and they answered the call for sure.
Lonnie, Jason, he had obviously the grand slam, and I think that was maybe the second inning. The grand slam really kind of gave you guys that big lead.
Yeah.
Number one, is she okay? And how big was that for her? Really, the top of your lineup, your top 3 hitters, and what they did for you today.
Yeah, for sure. Jay's been, getting on in so many different ways, from walking to, situational hitting to getting her hits. Her home run power has increased here probably the last, couple weeks, and just getting after some big swings. And I think the biggest thing that I'm seeing from her is there's just some smile and connection with the team, and that's something that she wanted to have in the beginning. And I know it sounds super cliche, right? We want to have that good culture on the field, but it really does. It's the glue that binds us to keep it going. And I think she's really giving a ton. And she's had some injuries. We all do at this point in the season, right? So everyone's got some things that's nagging, and they got to take care of it. And we're so lucky that we have the Swiss Army knife and Griggs and Sturgis, the two of them we can put anywhere, and they don't say a word, and they get after it, and it's just really cool. I don't know the last time Griggs has taken ground balls at third base, Might have been October, honestly. But like she's, hey, can you go to third base? We gotta give Jay a little bit rest right now. She's like, oh yeah, whatever. And being able to come out there after she makes an error and like eyes up and you good and like she's good. And I just, for two freshmen to be like that right now is just really big for us. So yeah, so Jay will be fine. We just needed to work in this time of year. We've got to put our arms around our teammates and be like, what do you need and what can I give you? And that was Briggs today for Jay.
How about those ridiculous catches by Maddie Fry?
Yeah.
Just initial reaction and the crowd reaction of those tough catches she made.
Yeah, Sports Center top 10, right? Like, like awesome. I'm just like so happy for Maddie Fry. Like, you guys don't get to see the hard work that a lot of players put every day out in the field or in the weight room, or just the energy. I think Maddie's been behind. Like, she's a super athletic catcher, really good at her craft, and she's been behind Michaela, and now Anna comes in as a freshman and has a great year. And here's Maddie Fry again, just working her tail off every day. And I keep telling her, like, there's going to be a chance for you to do something, and I don't know when it's going to happen. And then today she's Spider-Woman all over the place making catches with this huge smile of gratitude. It's not like she doesn't hold a chip on her shoulder, and she's ready to do whatever the team needs. And so I think the coolest thing that maybe you guys didn't see was the joy in the dugout for her, just because of what she brings every day. So yeah, that levels up the team. Plays like that and just fighting for inches wherever it is just making us better. So really happy for her, but great for us to one less pitch we have to throw, right? Which is awesome. Yeah.
You've built Bella up in the circle throughout the year, giving her opportunities in crunch moments. What did it mean for her to go out there and do that in this game with everything on the line?
Yeah, I told her last night, this was kind of the thought of the game plan, so be mentally ready. And I think 2 months ago, if I would have said that, she probably wouldn't have slept all night. And now she's like, okay, I'm ready. And I give a lot of the mindset of our pitching staff to Ashton. I think it's been tough on Ash because she's hanging with the hitters and hanging with the pitchers, and that's kind of hard to do sometimes. But what she says and what she does, they match. And so you get someone like a freshman like that, seeing that lead, and pounding the zone and making adjustments. And if Bella didn't work really hard on being able to throw a drop ball, are we getting away with rise balls to power hitting kids? Probably not. And she was able to pound the zone early with a drop ball, which was huge for us. So she knew what the plan was and she was ready for it. And yep, every pitch thrown. McKenna Reed today, huge for us. Like McKenna Reed coming in huge. I just think this time of year you're going to rely on all of your teammates in the dugout and their opportunities. That was big for us today.
Ashton, it was your first multi-homer game, so congrats. But you decided, let's not do 2, let's do 3. How does that feel for you to know that you're kind of catching up on the homer side of things, and obviously you're doing great in the circle as well, and obviously with Lonnie and Issa, your reactions to her amazing performance today?
Yeah, just in the box, just wanted to pass the bat. We talked about it all day, like all we have to do is pass the bat. So I was just trying to take my best swing that I could on whatever pitch was being thrown, and kind of like surreal that happened because obviously I don't think that's ever happened. But yeah, just wanted to give the bat to Fry behind me, and just wanted to keep passing the bat in all my bats, and just wanted to keep playing fun and playing free.
Actually, is it easier now for you having to play all those multiple positions, or it's always been in you since the beginning you started to become a multi-player?
Yeah, it's definitely easier now, kind of what Coach just said earlier, just like the mentality of being able to come in after, maybe I was in the outfield and had to come in, just to be game ready. Struggled a little bit in the beginning of the season with that, just how do I mentally get ready to come in, and had some really good talks with Ellie and Coach us. So I think it definitely is easier now, knowing my mentality and what I'm going to do when I come in whatever situation.
Was that the program record for home runs in a game? Somebody ever hit 4?
Sid Sherrill had 3 in 2022.
So you tied the school record?
Yes.
That's kind of cool, huh? I was going to ask, what is that like? There's been some incredible hitters, including this one, that goes to this school and have gone to this school to tie a record like that. What is that like? Especially in this, with the stakes and the stage.
Yeah, that's insane. I didn't know that, but yeah, just super cool. Like I said, just wanted to take my best swing. Obviously, wasn't trying to hit a home run, but yeah, just super cool. Just wanted to. Everyone was getting after it. We had so many hard hits today, game 1 and game 2. So yeah, just wanted to give my team the best chance to win, and I just wanted to get my best swing off.
And Issa, people might look at the score. It's 11-3. It was a runaway, but it was 7-3. They just scored a run, and their best hitter's coming up with the bases loaded. That double play kind of just seemed to pivot the game, and you guys took off from there.
Yeah, we kind of call ourselves the Dirt Worms, and we think that we're one of the best defenses in the nation. So a bases loaded situation, like full confidence in our defense and in our pitchers to get out of the situation. We worked on it all fall, all spring, and so there's just no doubt in my mind that we weren't going to get out of there with a double play in whatever situation was going to be thrown at us. So we worked really hard for that and for those big moments, and we just go out there and we execute them. And I think that's what we did. So just kudos to our pitchers for getting us those ground balls, and kudos to McKenna Sturgis for turning it. So.
Got time for a couple more?
Coach, you said yesterday that you learned about the maturity of the team in a spot like this. What did you learn from today's games, and how do you carry that forward into tomorrow as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the same mindset. I would say probably Stanford was a good conversation. We started pressing because, you know, we didn't want to lose the series, and we were thinking forward instead of thinking present. And I just think it brought up a lot of good conversation points about, like, one connection, like if I feel like Issa's pressing a little bit, can I talk to her, like, can you just chill a little bit and be with me right now? So I think that brought up a lot of good conversations for us to be in these moments now. Like, our backs are against the wall and every pitch matters, but can we enjoy it? And just like I said, the double plays, you know, can Issa be like, man, like, give me a good double play ball versus like, we have to have a double play ball. There's a difference in how you play. And so I really feel like Stanford weekend got us the ability to talk about that and be real with it. So, and that's the same thing tomorrow. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, we're the ones that have to win the games, but like, if we just go out pitch by pitch, you know, we put our head in the pillow at the end of the night. And so we put ourselves in a really good spot for that tomorrow.
Any takeaways from what you've seen from UCF throughout the regional, and something that you got to be prepared for?
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of arms, and they've been throwing a lot of arms. We knew that. You know, they're pretty scrappy. They've been a bit of a power team, right-handed power team, and got some scrap in them, and they play like team. We've played UCF a lot, and they're a great ball club, and so tomorrow's going to be a great game. We just have to go out there and just empty the tanks tomorrow and see where it falls.
Anything else?